Hello and good morning, everybody. Today is Tuesday, and that means Tea Tuesday. It's an open collaboration, and it's hosted by Life with Patty. And so I'm going to put the information at the very end of this with a picture of exactly what you'll need to do if you want to get in on this. But today, my Tea Tuesday, and you can make it at any topic you want it, whatever you're doing and whatever you're drinking. And unfortunately, I just finished my coffee, or you'd see that. But I have a grocery haul today. So otherwise I'd tell you what I was drinking. I mean by I just finished my coffee. So you tell what you're drinking and you show what you're doing. And so mine is a small grocery haul. It is not a lot. I did a bunch of produce maybe 4 days ago, maybe 5. Anyway, now I've got some other things. So these are Blue Bunny mini swirls, strawberry shortcake flavor. I thought that sounded like a good idea. And this is for a recipe that I'm doing this week. It's, how many ounces is this? 8, maybe? What do you think, guys? 8 ounces? It's a secret. 8 ounces. They need to go in the freezer right now. Well, these do. Now, you may have seen these setting behind the cold stuff. And would you believe she delivered that with one missing? And it was open. I kid. I had one. And the plain ones, the cake ones, are my favorite. So that's that of this part. I'll do pantry stuff now. So look at this Crisco can. If you're not as old as I am, you probably wouldn't think this is cool for a Crisco can, but this is very vintage. It looked like this many, many moons ago. So anyway, I have been using the sticks, they come in foil. I think they're a cup each for, gosh, since they came out, probably more than 25 years I've been using them. This is the first time. So I'm going back to this because it's more cost effective and I just want to. So some Crisco pure vegetable oil. I almost said soap. Crisco vegetable oil. I'm going to fry something in that this week. And then there's Barilla cheese and spinach tortellini. I can't remember which one of you had this. And I said, oh my, I must have it. And so I put it on my list. I actually put 2 and decided just to get one. I have to keep remembering I'm not feeding that many people right now because our family went from really big to really small over the last couple of months, just temporarily. All right. Then I've got 4 of the taco seasonings. I got 2 of the mild Taco Bell seasoning mix and 2 of the original. I'm trying to make it not glare. I wonder if original is more spicy than mild, or is that the opposite? Do you know? I don't know. I needed tomato paste the other day, and I only needed 3 tablespoons. And so I opened a can, and I hate that when I don't use it all and I have to store it, and then I forget I stored it, and it's all frosted over when I find it in my freezer, So I like this better. Have you ever seen this before? It comes in other brands, I'm sure, but this is the brand I like. So you just squeeze out how much you need, and you put the thing back in the refrigerator. It's sealed, easy to find, doesn't get frosty. I like this method. I've been doing it for a long time, but I had been getting the other stuff because I wanted to store it up for, Armageddon, which has not happened yet. Not that it won't. I got 2 of the 3-point-something ounce, 3.4 ounce vanilla jello pudding mixes. I have a glut of milk, so we're going to use that. Lentils. We like lentil soup. We may not use this until autumn, or we might. I don't know. We'll see. But it's a pound of lentils. I got a pound of ham beans, Great Northern, and we'll use that whenever. And this is what we typically have when we have beans, and it's just pintos. I keep pinto canned, and I keep them dry. So I got a container of beef broth. I don't use beef broth very often, but when I do, I like to be able to find some in my stash. And I get 2 of the onion recipe soup and dip mix. And I didn't get the good stuff. I got the Great Value stuff. And I hope it's every bit as good. I don't know. I've never used it. Over here I've got 9-grain bread and buttermilk bread. And that's it for the pantry, I think. All right, so if you watch me regularly or at all, you might know that I got a grocery, like I already said, I got a grocery haul. But my grocery haul that I got first was mostly produce, and I have a bunch of produce left. But I was out of green onions, and I like the way these look. They're nice, and I got 2 of them. I got some jalapeno for a recipe, and I like to, oh no, is that okay? Maybe it is. Maybe it's supposed to look like that. I thought maybe it was soft and rotten, but it seems okay. Anyway, I like to buy the onions, more often and not store them, because I'm finding that my onions that I'm getting are going bad more quickly for whatever reason. Okay, and then poblanos, and that's it for produce. I didn't get any fruit because I had bought so much fruit last. So I'll show you also, and like that watermelon was already here. I got Mexican Coke for the kids, the adult kids, and this is my Milo's. And some people drink it with me, but mostly it's just me, and I'm out. I had the last of it already. All right, and this is the last of the pantry items. And so I got 2 cans of diced potatoes, and I like just to keep them on hand just in case something should happen. And I got 4 cans of green beans. I had 6 in my cart, but I took out 2, and I took out 2 of these because the reason I did that is because I didn't want to get it all at once. I'm trying to do it slowly. So this is for Stockup. So I was totally out of this minced garlic. I used my last spoonful of it in something I made for dinner last week. So I got a jar, and now I'm kicking myself because when I put this in my refrigerator, I'll have no backup. You know, I mean, and it's going to last a while. I have time, I hope, to get more. But, you know, they say 2 is 1 and 1 is none. If you have 1 and it's in your fridge, there's none in your pantry. If you have 2 and there's 1 in your fridge, there's 1 in your pantry. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, I didn't make that up. Somebody else did. So these are the last of the pantry. Now I will show you, I'll tell you. I got a giant bag box container of Bounty paper towels and a giant container of Angel Soft toilet paper. That is also Stockup. The reason that I do that is because of what we went through in COVID. I want my toilet paper. I hear everybody else say the same. All right, I think this is the last of the cold stuff to go in the fridge too. So this is wonton wrappers, and I got 2. I don't know why I got 2, because I might not even use them before they go bad. I think you can freeze these, can't you? Do you know if you can freeze these? Okay. Use them within 7 days of opening them up, or wrap and freeze up to 3 months. I need to do that because there's so many times that I buy 2 thinking I'm going to do more and I don't. Do you know what I mean? So I will go ahead and not open 1 and stick it in the freezer. And I got 2 egg roll wrappers. So there's that. And I asked for some ground pork, and they were out of it, and I said no subs. Even though I said no subs, they sent me a message saying we're out of the ground pork. You know, do you want to sub it? And I just declined because I don't know what else they have. I don't know how much more it's going to be. I don't know the source. I'm picky about different countries sending in food. If we can get ground pork in our country, I think it's probably safer that way. It's traveled less distance. It's a younger it's been processed sooner. Not it's younger. It's been processed sooner. We have we're supposed to have the rules. The FDA says, you know, you're going to do it this way and no other way, and you're going to keep it this temperature. Anywho, long story short, I didn't get my ground pork. I ordered 2 of the ground beef chuck, and I did get those. I think it'll say on here, won't it? Yeah, 80-20. I usually get 97.3 if I can help it, but I'm trying not to spend as much. I don't know what that was, but I hope it wasn't raw burger. And the last bit of refrigerator stuff I have here is surimi. Have I been calling it the wrong name? I think I've been calling it tsunami or something like that. Anyway, this is a ½ pound ready to eat. I'm not going to eat it in this state. I'm going to chop it up for a recipe, so it'll be fine. And now I will show you the last 2 items of the whole trip. Hold on, let me get them out. All right, it's just laundry stock up. I have already about a ½ a container of I reuse the free and clear on everything in our laundry if we can help it. I also throw in sometimes some white vinegar or some baking soda or some borax, but mostly it's just this. And how many pods? 60, I think. Do you guys see it? 60. Yeah. It's crazy expensive, though. For 60 loads of laundry, you're spending $13. Well, it was more than that, I think. Closer to 15, I bet. Shout triple acting, clings, penetrates, and lifts. All right, I need this because I have some people in this family who work physical, filthy jobs. And that laundry comes in sassing me. So I like a little some backup. I called my mom. I said, you know, I'm using different sprays, and I don't know if what I'm using is right. What do you use? And she's like the master. Remember when I was first married and something would get stained? She would just like, give it to me. Just give it to me. And she would get it out. And if I had it, it wouldn't come out. And if you don't get it out the first time, you run it through the dryer and all that afterwards, it just sets deeper. You know that. Anyway, these are going to go in my laundry room with my washer and my dryer. I don't use dryer sheets at all. I used to use wool balls, but I don't use those anymore either. I really didn't notice a difference. I don't know. Like, meh. I used to actually make them, but I don't anymore. And then I started buying them when I thought, well, maybe I'm making them wrong. But no, it's the wool balls. All right, that's it. And I spent, I think, close to $200. Can you believe that? I think the hamburger was close to $7 each. I know that my husband, you know, when I order groceries, and I'm the only one that does it, I have them delivered or pick up. And so when I do that, it goes through our bank and comes out. And when that happens, it pings his phone. And he's like, who's spending my money? So I know he's thinking, what does she need now? And why does it cost that much? Yeah, well, it just does. It just does. So, gosh, because I also got Bounty and Angel Soft too. These are big ticket items right here. All right, that's it. That's all I have to say. I'm going to find out the actual total for you and tell you. There's the Bounty, and there's the Angel Soft. I thought I would show this picture. So what you're seeing there are the groceries that I got. But you're also seeing is I've had Violet deliver for me before, and she's great. But I usually just hide in the house until they're gone. She took a picture, and she also took a picture of the little Debbie red, white, and blue snack. She's holding that in her hand, her other hand. I think last time, she's the one that wrote the note. Thank you so much last time. All right, my total came to $199.64. Dog made me get up and open the door, have to hold it shut with a bungee, hold it open with a bungee cord because there's no like stopper or anything for it, so I attach it to the fence with a bungee cord. My story is I had to get up and let the dog out. I did that. It was insistent. It was banging on. See those bells right there? The bells right there. They bang on those when they want out. But anyway, I did that, let him out, came back, sat down, and here's a dog. And something on the floor. Anyway, welcome to the jungle. I'll see you guys tomorrow morning for What's Up Wednesday.